Good afternoon, students. Here I am Ms. Kiranjit Kaur, your physics teacher. Now, in the last topic, we have done the dimension analysis, some dimension formulas, some definitions, and significant figures, errors, etc. Now, we are going to discuss the uses of dimensional analysis. Uses of dimensional analysis. There are three uses. Number one, to check the correctness of any physical relation using dimensions. Number two, to derive the relations between different physical quantities. Number three, to convert the one system of units into another. These are the three basic uses. Okay, we will discuss them one by one. Now first, to check the correctness. All we know that from 9th class we have learned about equations of motion. We have learned three equations of motion. First one was V is equal to U plus AT. Second was S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Third one is equal to V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. I will solve here first one, and next two you will try by yourself. Okay, all the symbols have their usual meaning, where V is final velocity, U is initial velocity, A is acceleration, T is time. Similarly, in second equation, S is distance, U is initial velocity, T is time, A is acceleration, and T is again time. In last third, V is final velocity, U is initial, A is acceleration, and S is the distance. Clear? I will solve first. Dimensionally, V is equal to U plus AT. Left hand side is V. V is velocity. What is the dimension formula? Velocity is m0 L t minus 1, because in velocity no mass is there, only length per meter or meter per second is the unit. We know that meter per second is the unit of velocity, so length per time. Similarly, right hand side U. What is the dimension of U? U is initial velocity L t minus 1. Here we can write it as L1 also. Clear? Similarly, second term in right hand side, that is AT, acceleration into time. Acceleration is m0 L t minus 2 into time. This time. Clear? Now we will solve it. m0 L1. Both terms are multiplying, but their powers are added. T minus 2 plus 1. It will be m0 L1 t minus 1. Now compare the dimensions of left hand side with each term towards the right hand side. Dimensions of left hand side is L t minus 1. ਹੁਣ right hand side ਦੀ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ term ਦੀ ਮਤਲਬ first term ਸੀਗੀ U ਦੀ dimensions ਕੀ ਹੈ L t minus 1, they are same. Similarly second term ਕੀ ਸੀ AT ਦੀ dimension formula ਕੀ ਹੈ L1 t minus 1, same. It means we can write dimensions of left hand side is equal to dimensions of right hand side. Clear? दोनों दी dimensions की ने same, so this equation is dimensionally correct. ठीक है? Other two equations already I have told you, S is equal to UT plus half AT square, V square minus U square equal to S. You will solve by yourself. You will solve on your fair notebook. Then one more example I am taking here. Let kinetic energy always equal to potential energy. What is the formula for kinetic energy? Half mv square, and for potential energy mgh. Prove the correctness of the equation. Half mv square is equal to mgh. Left hand side is half mv square. But this half is dimensionless constant. This is the 1 and 2. This is dimensionless but a constant term. So it has no dimensions. Similarly, m, mass has the unit m, dimensional formula m, and v has dimensional formula m0 L t minus 1 or square. Here v square, so dimensional formula square. So we will write is m L square t minus 2, or collectively we will write it as m L square t minus 2. So dimensions formula for left hand side is equal to m L square t minus 2. Similarly, right hand side is mgh. M is the mass, g is acceleration due to gravity, and h is the height. M has dimensional formula m. G is acceleration due to gravity, means formula of acceleration, means m0 L t minus 2, and h is L in terms of length. Collectively we will write it as m. Here this m is 0, m L square t minus 2. So dimensions of left hand side equal to dimensions of right hand side. So this equation is dimensionally correct. Clear? Now second point, to derive the relation. Second point, to derive the relation between the different physical quantities. Let us consider one example. Let a simple pendulum having a bob attached to string that oscillates under the action of force of gravity, means under the action of force of gravity this pendulum is oscillating, and suppose that time period of oscillation depend upon, with time period of the oscillations depend upon length of the pendulum, that is L, and second is mass of the bob, that is m, third is acceleration due to gravity, that is g. Suppose kita कि time period of any simple pendulum is depending upon length of the pendulum L, mass of the bob m, and acceleration due to gravity g. So we will write it as t will be, or depend upon, we are saying that we will take it as proportionality sign, that L m g. ठीक है. Now we don't know for how much power it depend upon these quantities. Let L raised to power a, m raised to power b, and g raised to power c, or we will write it as, by removing this proportional decile, we will write it as k L raised to power a, m raised to power b, and g raised to power. This is equation number 1. Now we will write the dimension formula for each and every term. Left hand side, that is t. T is a time period, so dimension formula will be m0 L0 t1, because no m, no L is here, only t. And right hand side, first term L is length, means it will be m0 L1 t0. Second term is m L0 t0. Similarly, third term g, we will write it as acceleration due to gravity m0 L t minus 2. We will put these dimension formulas in equation number 1. So we will find out that left hand side m0 L0 t1 equal to k. First term m0 L1 t0 raised to power a. Second term m L0 t0 raised to power b, and third term m0 L t minus 2 the power c. Combining all the powers, m0 L0 t minus T1 K as it is here. Now here we can write it as, okay, M0, it vanishes, T0 it also vanishes, only this. Similarly in here only M raised to power B, in here L raised to power C, T raised to power minus 2C. Combining, it will be M raised to power B. L, one power is A and other power is C. So L raised to power A plus C. Similarly T raised to power minus 2C. Now comparing the powers on both sides. Here M raised to power B, here M raised to power 0. So from left and right hand side B will be equal to 0. Clear? Second term, L raised to power A plus C, here L raised to power 0. So A plus C is equal to 0. And third term is T raised to power minus 2C, here T raised to power 1. Minus 2C is equal to 1. From here C is equal to minus 1 by 2. Here put this C, put the value of C here. We will find out A minus 1 by 2 is equal to 0 or A is equal to 1 by 2. All the values B have find out. Now put all these values in equation number 1. T is equal to K, L, A. A, what's the value of A? 1 by 2. Similarly, M raised to power B, value of B is 0. Similarly, third, G raised to power C, value of C is minus 1 by 2. So it means K L under root divided by G under root, or we can write it as K L by G. T is equal to K L by G. The value of this K we can't find it as it is. It is found out by experimentally. So we will write it as this. This is the relation between different physical quantities on which time period of any simple pendulum depends. One more example I am giving to you for solving. Let to derive the relation between a centripetal force, you will try it yourself. Centripetal force F acting on a particle of mass m, particle है whose mass is m, moving with the velocity v, and in a circle of radius r. ठीक है, it means F depends upon m, b and r. We will write as F is equal to K, m raised to power a, v raised to power b and r raised to power c. You will solve here. Here F is force, m is mass, v is velocity and r is radius, means in terms of length. ठीक है, you will solve it by yourself. Afterwards I will send the notes of this. Clear? Next, third term, third use is to convert one system of units into another. Let we have to for this, firstly let us understand that one formula, N1 U1 is equal to N2 U2. Let this U1 is the system of unit. System of one system of unit, let us one system of unit, and this U2 is a second system of unit. Clear? We have to convert. In this case, let us suppose that this is SI system and this is CGS system or any MK system. Now our question is that convert 1 Newton into dyne. Newton is the unit of force in SI system, and dyne is the unit of force in CGS system. Clear? So you have to convert SI system to CGS. We have here taken that this N1 U1 is SI and N2 U2 is CGS. We already know that in SI system unit of mass is kilogram, unit of length is meter, and unit of time is second. Similarly, in CGS system, unit of mass is gram, unit of length is centimeter, and unit of time is second. We will do according to that. First of all, we should know that this quantity that we have to convert into 1 Newton into dyne, this is the unit of force. So dimension formula for force. Dimension formula for force F, that is equal to mass into acceleration, means m l t minus 2. Okay, this is the dimension formula for force. We will take these powers, m raised to power, that is a, let it 1, l raised to power b equal to 1, and c is equal to minus 2. Clear? Now quantity is given 1 Newton, means N1 is given, that is 1 Newton. So unit, we have to find N2. What is N2? Clear? According to the formula, we have to find N2. So we will write N2 U2 is equal to N1 U1. Let N2, we have to find it. U2 or N2, we will write it as N1 U1 upon U2. We will write it as, if we have to find N2, because in CGS system we will write it as N1 U1 upon U2. N1 is 1. U1 units mass, length and time, that is M1 upon M2 raised to power A, L1 upon L2 raised to power B, and T1 upon T2 raised to power C. Now we will write M1 mass in SI system, that is in 1 kilogram. In CGS system, that is in 1 gram. Raised to power AA, we have to find it as 1. Similarly, N1, 1 meter upon 1 centimeter, that is 1. 1 second over 1 second raised to power minus 2, that is C. N2. So now 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams divided by 1 gram raised to power 1, this 1 as it is, into 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter upon 1 centimeter raised to power 1. This 1 second will be cancelled, it will be 1 raised to power minus 2. Centimeter and centimeter cancel, gram and gram cancel. This term will become 1000 into 100, that we can write it as 10 raised to power 5. So it comes out to be that 1 Newton is equal to 10 raised to power 5 dyne. 10 raised to power 5 dyne. Now for you, one example, convert joule, 1 joule into erg. Joule is the unit of work or energy in SI system, and erg is the unit of work or energy in CGS system. You have to convert. Answer will be 1 joule is equal to 10 raised to power 7 erg. You have to complete it by yourself. Now there are some limitations of dimensional analysis. Number 1, we can't find the dimensions of constant terms. Second, number 2, any quantity or any physical quantity that is depending upon more than 3 quantities. अगर कोई फिजिकल क्वांटिटी 3 क्वांटिटी तो ज़्यादा किसी क्वांटिटीज से डिपेंड कर रही है, लाइक वी हैव ड्राइव द एक्सप्रेशन, वी कांट ड्राइव देयर एक्सप्रेशंस, ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਦਾ ਰਿਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਡਰਾइव नहीं कर सकते. Clear? These are two main basic. By this our first unit is completed. If you have any problem, you can ask anytime.